Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a pretty different topic. We're going to be talking about investments because I realized that for the very longest time, I've been giving you product recommendations and inspiring you to buy, showing you hauls of fashion and beauty and skincare and hair care. Hey guys, look at my travel. Check out these destinations. These are all the places you can spend your money. I think we should have, as long as it's done in a healthy way, I think we should have a non guilt approach to spending money, but also saving money is very important. And as women, I feel like that much importance is not given to learning about different forms of investment. So I wanted to enrich my girls a little bit in today's video. I know it's a huge sidestep. It's not beauty related, it's not skincare related, but this is something, it's a life skill, and I think it's very important for all of us. We are strong independent women, and that doesn't just come with just surviving relationships and saying there is a lot more to being strong and independent. Financial independence is very important, and for financial independence it is important to start saving and investing your money. Now, saving your money can also be leaving your money in your savings account. Well, depending on your bank, bank to bank, the interest rate that you get in the savings account may vary from 2 to 3%. That's not really a lot. There are a lot of other investment modes that can fetch you a lot more amount of money. So whether you're planning for your retirement or to buy a home, you have a future aim, a goal, investing your money can help you. And what I've also realized is you don't need a huge chunk of money to start investing. Like, there is this whole misconception that you need to have a large sum of money. Even if you have, say, above 1,000 rupees like in your hands, I think it is very important to invest your money on a monthly basis. Not monthly basis, that's up to you to manage your finances. But if you have a salary, you might want to break it down to 50% of your salary into your absolute necessities, like putting food on your table, paying the rent, your commute to work, and the absolute necessities. If you have to take medications or send money to your parents, these come under the necessities. You divide your salary into 50% and you do that, and the remaining 30% can be used for little whims and fancies. Put it into a little collection for your travel, or you want like a luxury purchase or something that you have, because you need to feel fulfilled too. You need to feel that you're taking care of yourself too. So 30% can go into that, and 20% of whatever you make every month. This is, you can play around with the percentage. This is something that I have read a long time ago, and also my accountant has, told me about. At least 20% of your monthly income should go into your savings slash investment. Even if you can't get yourself to invest right away, move 20% into like a separate bank account or something. These are very small, simple things that you can do right away, to start saving. Because when we have money in our account, we are, it's easy for us to start spending, There's a new lipstick, there's a new bag, there's a trip that I always wanted to take. Or maybe let me buy someone a gift. It's very easy to spend the cash that you have in your account. So if you move immediately, as soon as you get your salary, if you move 20%, at least 20% of your salary every month into a separate account, that will guarantee a little bit of savings. Let's start with that. Now, before we move on, guys, if this is the very first time you're seeing this face, hello, I am Jovita, and I would love it if you took a second to click that subscribe button just underneath this video. If you like this video, guys, this would really mean a lot to me. Click that thumbs up button so I know that you would want me to make more such videos that are helpful in your building life skills. And if you found this video boring, actually thumbs down this video so I can take that as a cue to not make such videos in future. So either ways, I would love it if you either thumbs it up or thumbs it down. So let's get started. Before I move on to the very first point, this is another thing that I read a while ago. I read that, money that is not invested is money that is lost, because if you put in inflation, if you put in all the expenses that is happening in the world, if you have just dead amount of money just laying around in your savings account, that's money actually that's lost, because money loses value over time thanks to inflation. So any which ways, it's great to let your money do the work while you have made whatever it is, there is no top cap, there is no bottom cap. If you have 1,000 or above, I believe you can do everything that I'm about to say right now. The A lot of these are things that I do myself personally, and I've also gotten in touch with my accountants, and they've advised me on a lot of these. So that's where these informations are from. I've also, consulted with many of my close friends who are lawyers and my managers and all of that. Anyways, let's get into it. The very first thing that I want to talk about is direct stock or buying a share. And it can be a little complicated, but for this, you need a demat account. Once you have a demat account, you need to sign up with a broker. There are online brokers like Zerodha. The commission fee is very, very low on Zerodha, and it's also, once you get the hang of it, it's so easy for you to manipulate and buy and sell stocks yourself. There are plenty of Facebook groups, there are plenty of conversations on the internet about what to buy, when to buy. So if you educate, if you put yourself into, if you give yourself a little bit of time to learn about stocks, this would be a great way to actually start investing, and you really don't need a lot. I believe on Zerodha you can start from 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees. All you need is a demat account. Again, if you do not know how to get that, Google it. It's that simple. Or contact a broker or contact your bank manager and just ask them questions about, hey, how do I start a demat account, and they will guide you through it. Another broker that you might have heard of is the Geojit services. So they have slightly more commission, but they are also gonna give you their advice, so you're not all by yourself like you are if you have a Zerodha account or a Zerodha app. The Geojit people are also going to advise you. So if you're very, very new to buying stocks, you may want to start with Geojit portfolio, so that is number one. These things can be so intimidating, guys, but once you get into it, it's not that hard. And you also know that you've done something to start investing. Your money will start increasing in small percentages, it will start increasing in value, and it's not going to stay in that amount that you've made. So I highly recommend you look into this, even if you are a little worried about it. Like, I would say learn this yourself instead of relying on your male counterpart. I feel like a lot of time we women, we depend so much on the men in our life. My dad, my brother, whoever is around me, I do depend on them. But when I do things by myself, I realize that I've learned a lot more, and I'm more confident, and I can make these decisions by myself. And I realize that I've become more independent with respect to money and handling money and financial independence. So even if you find it a little intimidating, a little scary, it is, trust me, it's fine. Get into it, put in a small amount that you're okay with. You're never going to lose money. If people say that, oh, I put money into the stock and I lost it, remember that the stocks that crash also come up. So if you just don't do anything about that crash stock, it's going to come back up. So you're never going to lose money by putting it into stock. The second thing that you can do is investing in mutual funds. Now, this is a very low risk, very easy way of investing. Now, a quick comparison between direct stock and mutual fund. When you buy direct stock, if you are, this is a very, very amazing way that my accountant explained this to me. So if you're going to buy, say, one share in Reliance, and if the rate at the time you bought that one share is 100 rupees, you're putting 100 rupees into the one share from Reliance, and you get one share, right? Now, if something happens to the stock of Reliance, you're going to lose that 100 rupees of, the entirety of the 100 rupees. But like I said, you just leave it as it is. You don't have to be scared. It'll come right back up, but that's how stock market works. But for mutual funds, if you're going to put 100 rupees into a particular portfolio, they're going to split it into, like, say 20 20 20 20 of different portfolios. And even if, there are market fluctuations, you're not going to fully lose everything because it's spread out into different accounts, right? So that is why mutual funds are very, very low risk. And if you say, like, the direct stock market is slightly more risky. But again, don't be scared. I'm just telling you the entire thing. I don't want you to be scared, but if you want something low risk, start with a mutual fund. Again, there are so many brokers out there. Google it, ask for this, ask your dad or someone around you who would know about which is the best broker to start with a mutual fund, and just start, and your self learning is going to begin there. Number 3, there is National Pension Scheme. This is something that I have not personally dabbled into, so I don't have a lot of information about it, but I wanted to speak about it because at least you can Google, if this is something that you might be interested in, you can Google NPS or National Pension Scheme. It is something that is backed by the government, so you have a lot more safety with it. That is something you can try. Number 4, very, very safe way of investing your money, guys: fixed deposit. Every single bank allows it. It's the easiest method to invest. You don't get a lot of returns depending on the bank, depending on your state. You may get returns between 6% to 9%. You get more interest percentage from cooperative banks than your nationalized banks. So pick your bank wisely, but it is definitely better to put your money into an FD instead of putting it in or leaving it in your savings account, because any which ways you are gonna get at least double the interest rate than putting in your savings. So yeah, and when you put your money into an FD, leave it there, because the longer you leave it, the more money you're gonna get at the end of it, more percentage, so leave it there. Don't break your FD unless you really, really must. Next one is an RD, or a recurring deposit. This can be done in a post office, in a cooperative bank, or you nationalize your regular banks. It is when, if you do not have a huge chunk of money to put into an investment, if you want to move money every week or every month or every day even, RD is something that you can do. So you speak to your bank, or start a new bank account at a cooperative branch. This is something that you can do. If you don't have like a ready flow of cash or ready liquid amount to put like a big chunk, you can do recurring deposit. The second last method is gold, guys. Now, we in India, we are huge on investing through gold. I have a few takeaways. It's not always the right time to buy gold. So if you are new into this and you want to buy gold for the purposes of investing, make sure that the rates of the gold, like, it's not like right now is not the right time to buy gold. It's at a very, very high rate. So you can follow the graph. Again, Google is such an amazing platform to kind of follow the graph and see where the gold rate is at. So once you see that the gold rate has dipped a bit, you can go and buy gold. You can buy jewelry if you want, but if it is for pure investment purposes, you're losing a lot of money in the making charges when it comes to gold. So I would recommend buy little gold coins, or those gold biscuits, bars. Those are a much better way of buying gold when it comes to strictly an investment purpose. Also, while you buy gold, guys, if you have gold, please have a locker, bank locker. It's not safe to keep these things at home. So have a bank locker and deposit it there. And finally, what I want to talk about is, if you have ample amount of disposable income or liquid cash, or like, if you have enough amount, buying real estate or property, land is also a great option of investment, because land is something really valuable to hold, especially as women. Holding land, I think, is very, very powerful and often overlooked. Am I right? I don't know. So, and also, land is not as expensive as one might think. You buy land in a smaller plot, or you buy land in a, not like centric to the city. So you can buy land in a whole range of budgets two, it's not always the most expensive thing like we are made to believe, you know. So yeah, these are a few ways that you can start investing your money in. And this is a topic that I'm not very comfortable talking about. It's a topic that makes me nervous. But I realize that is exactly the reason why I should talk about it, because I, as a woman who's, you know, not very good with finances, or someone who's not handled finances for a very long time in my life, these things really make me nervous. But that shouldn't stop us from doing these things for ourselves and for our future, you know. So I wanted to come on over here and tell you the few things that I do personally, and also kind of trigger you into starting whatever it is that you're comfortable with. You don't have to do everything that I said, but something in the 5 6 points that I mentioned might be of interest to you. So I just wanted to tell you, you know. And start investing as soon as you can. You know, it doesn't matter if you're 20 or 21, if you have 1,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, or a lakh, you know, start investing, guys. This would be the biggest and the best advice I've ever given you here on this channel, and I truly believe it. So yeah, a little bit of a boring topic, I think, but I hope I made it interesting enough for you. Thank you so much for watching me in today's video. I love you so much. Don't forget that thumbs up button if you liked it. Also, guys, if you have other investment options, if I'm speaking to amazing financially independent women right now, please leave your comments, your valuable comments down in the comment section below. We would all love to read it and learn from it. Also, have you guys made any mistakes when it comes to investing? Do you have any fears when it comes to investing? What are your money thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's empower each other, right? I love you so much. Mwah.